name is Katie, and welcome to Greenland Quilter. And tonight we are finally going to do our first sew together with Jess, and I am so super excited about it because I have been really looking forward to doing this with her. And this pattern that we are using is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
So Jess, tell them who you are, tell them about your channel, and then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, my name is Jess, and I go by the handle So Blessed by Jess. And I have a YouTube channel where I sew some blocks, do some tutorials, and yeah, I just have lots of fun. And I stream with people. So I'm streaming with Katie tonight, and I have other friends that I stream with also. So it's fun.
Yes, it is. Streaming
Yeah,
with other people just makes it so much more enjoyable.
it does. It
And then,
does.
of
And I've
course,
started going lives on my own too on Sunday evenings at 8 o'clock.
yeah, I was going to ask you about when your lives are so I can make sure I catch them because I looked and I couldn't figure it out. But Sundays, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you guys.
Correct.
No one get off my pedal. And then there's my heart light, Nikolai. And what are you going to work on?
Well, I will continue working with my jazz club. So we'll be starting from the bag number 6, then up.
That jazz club's going to look really cool. It's already shaping up to look cool. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say hello to everybody in the channel first. And then I'm going to, because me and Jess are doing the same pattern, but we are approaching the pattern with a different colorway, and I'm not sure how she's doing it, but I'm going to let her show you how she's doing it, and she's going to introduce a cool little ruler with it, and then I'll show you how I'm doing it. That way you have, you can see how we're approaching this pattern together. Okay, so let me go say hi to everyone first. And we have quite a few in here. Okay, welcome everyone. Wow, the channel just blitzed by and I didn't even see that. Oh my goodness. Okay, hello to Marin, Barb, Sherry, Donnell. Hello, Pat. Hello, Judy Smith, Mary G. Hello, Tasha. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Kevin of Tuber Chat. Thank you for dropping in to see us, and thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. As most of you know, if you don't know who Kevin is from his channel Tuber Chat, and if you are a small channel and you need a little boost of growing your channel, he's the man to go visit. He has lives every so often, and you go into his chat and you start saying hello to everyone, get to know everyone, and while you're talking in the live chat, he is also seeing activity in the chat, and he promotes small channels. And from my point of view, it has helped my channel a lot because you instead of being just specialized to one group of people, by going into a chat like this, you get other people see who you are and they come and check you out. And I have people watching that they're not quilters, but they love watching what we're doing. And this is what we're, having a small community and helping our channels grow and get a good foundation is everything. And Jess and I are small channels. And like I said, going to see his chat, it has helped mine a lot. So go over and visit him if you have a small channel. Mona goes there. Deb S goes there. I've seen several people in there that are quilters that's been visiting Tuber Chat, and it's helped their channels as well. So go there, subscribe to his channel, join it, and let him help you promote your channel. Sorry for that little advertisement. And no, I'm not getting paid for advertising that. Okay, so we have My Hobby Home. Hello. And
Hi,
what's your first name? Is that Kathy?
It's Kathy.
Yeah, okay. Oh my God. Hello, Janice. Welcome. She's of Under the Needle. We have Quilty Beard Pierce Piecing, Quilty Bird Piecing who is Alicia. Hello, Andrea of Mama J. Hello, John Hare. All right. Hello, Giovanna. Maybe I said it right this time. Thank you for helping me out with your name. I love it because I would rather pronounce someone's name. And hello to the Bud Files. See, the Bud Files is one of them that came from the Tuber Chat. And you know, we all have a plan here. If you have a small channel, you can type exclamation selfie to share your channel link. You're more than free to do so. All I ask is try not to spam, but you can share it as many times as you want to. Just string them out. And people can go over and subscribe to your channel, watch your videos, like, subscribe, comment, the whole 9 yards. And
Katie, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you see Shalom on your channel?
Do I see Shalom?
And do you see William?
I thought I saw her early. Hey, Shalom,
Because
if you're
I
still
don't
there.
I don't have the whole chat like you do. Like I'm trying to
Hang
figure
on.
out where your where all your
Yeah.
people are.
Let me see if she's still here. Because I can actually look.
It's
Uh-oh,
fine.
she's not here.
No, so do we have 2 lives going on at the same time?
No, just
Interesting.
this one. She was here earlier because we saw her. She
Yeah,
came in
well,
early with I forgot who the other person was that came in earlier. But
Okay, well,
can't
I see
her
Sherry
out of the
coming
chat.
on. Okay. I don't know. I just don't see all those
Shalom.
people's names. So that's
Yeah.
what I was trying to figure out so I can make sure I say hi to everyone. So
Okay. Shalom, if you're here, can you please say hello? But I can't see her, which is strange, which means she may have left. Yeah, I don't see
William
her.
and Shalom is on my side of life. I have Sherry. I have Kathy Klein, Judy Smith.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, I'm seeing all those friends too. So I think we got
Wait a minute.
2 online.
Hang on a minute, you guys. Let me see. Maybe it's my end. Oh my gosh. Why do I always got to mess everything up?
You're good. Hi, Shalom. How are you doing?
Oh, now I see her.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Hello, Shalom. Hello, William. Oh, you guys got to see me make a big boo-boo.
Hi, twin. Oh, yes.
Hey, Linda. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Kathy Klein. Hello, Judy Smith.
So everything will be great.
Hello, Sherry.
Happy Saturday.
What a bummer. I didn't mean to do that.
It's okay.
Okay. So which camera do you want? You're gonna down here at the bottom, right? This says Jessica.
Yeah, so the one that says Jessica is my
Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to spotlight Jess's camera that she's gonna show you how she's doing these blocks for, oh, we forgot to show the picture, didn't we?
Yeah, we're doing the Magnolia quilt. Let's talk about it. It's so
are.
much fun.
And
Yes.
it looks like, but ours is gonna look totally different from this one. Because
Yeah.
this is all black and white, as you can see. And Jess is going to be adding her, making hers a different way, and mine's going to have a different way of doing it too. So that's what we're working on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spotlight Jess, and she's going to show you how she's doing the blocks.
Okay.
And then when she finishes showing you how she's doing it, then I'll show you how I'm doing it.
Hi, Lori and Troy.
All right.
Hey,
So,
Joyce and Lori Colgan.
so it's the same block over and over and over again. It really is. So there's 5 different pieces to this block. Okay, I can't do that with that one. All right, so there's, all right. So you take a long, whatever color that you want with your accent. And then I use my folded corner clipper, which I absolutely love. And I think that everyone should have one in their little stash. And Katie, do you have one of these?
No, I don't.
Oh, you need one of these. It shows you like your 1/4 inch seam and everything. I just line it up whatever way I need to cut it off. And then I'm good to go. So then all I have to do is
cutting it before you sew it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Super accurate. Yes. I go ahead and sew. It's going to give me my 1/4 inch seam, which is boom, here she is. And I just open it up and go.
Awesome. And how are you? Okay. And the other part of the block where you have to do another angle, can you use that same thing for that too?
Absolutely. Yes, I do. You want me to demonstrate with that one too?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. I just have to get my pieces out.
Okay. Hey, Patricia. Huh.
Hi, Patricia. No.
Salome says, what? No metric? Nope, not us.
Well, I don't do metric.
I find metric too confusing.
Shalom, welcome to the United States of America.
Yep, us Americans were raised on American measurements, and it is. I mean, we got taught metric.
No, I'm just picking Shalom.
We got taught metric in school, but some of us, it just doesn't stick with us.
Yeah. So when I do these two blocks, I put the light blue on the bottom, the navy goes across the top, and just like before, I just line it up because we're at a whatever measurement it is. I cut and go. And then I just sew down that line. And I don't use pins, so I just put this on my machine and just start rolling. And it'll create this piece right here.
Awesome.
All right. So let's just go ahead and just set it up. I do have some pieces here that we can just set up because there is a learning curve with this one. Okay. So when we're setting up this block, we have to go.
I saw what she said. Go ahead.
Oh, did she say something that she? Are you okay?
It's America versus the world.
Oh,
some of us do not see it like that.
Well, she's just being funny. I promise you. But she's amazing. I promise she is.
Oh, that's not. I didn't mean that like, and she was wrong. I'm just saying, as some of us Americans do not think we're better than the rest of the world. That's what I meant.
Oh. Okay. So when we set up this block, we set it up like this, and you can see that it doesn't really line up very well. You have to kind of do like I call it like a little merry-go-round, where I set up and I start sewing from here. I don't even start at the end. Sorry. And then I sew to the end. I'll add on this section, I'll add on this section, and then I'll add on this section. So I'll go around in a circle. So this seam is only a partial seam at the beginning, and then I just go all the way around until I get back to the seam, and then I can finish it. Did you notice that, Katie, when you were setting your seam?
It was when the first block, when I did the first one, I was like, this is an interesting way of doing things.
Yeah, and it's a lot like the farmer's daughter and the farmer's wife blocks.
I've never done either one.
Where you have to do a partial seam at the beginning.
Yeah, the partial seam was interesting.
Or maybe it's a contrary farmer's block. But anywho, it's there.
Yep.
And so you do this hundreds of times. Like this is the only block that we'll make for this whole quilt, and just the way that you lay it out creates a beautiful design that we see from the Magnolia quilt.
Yep. Those two blues are going to look great together like that.
Yeah, I'm a big navy fan. Navy and I belong together like bread and butter.
Yeah.
So.
Mama Chi just arrived.
Hey, Mama Chi. Hey, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Do you want to sew, or do you want me to go ahead and show how I'm doing?
No, you can go ahead and show what you're doing, and I will sew a couple blocks, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. And the way I'm doing it's probably the harder way, but it's how my brain works.
Yeah.
What's Shalom?
Shalom says, oh no, Katie, I feel comfortable joining because I know everyone here is so lovely and hopefully doesn't think I'm being serious. I love my neighbors, your family. She's in Canada, right?
Yes, Vancouver.
And we love Canadians too. So yeah, we love all you guys. A lot of us do. So, and Joy T says, I can't remember if I wished you happy birthday. So either way, happy birthday. I'm not sure who that was directed at.
William's birthday was yesterday.
Does the seams match easily on the partial seam? Yes. By the time you get around to the other side and it's time to finish sewing that seam, it lays down like it's supposed to, and you just zip that seam in. Okay, two things. I had set up a poll about which dark color I was going to use, and more people voted on the speckled here, this one, over the solid blue. Both of these are navy blue. They are not black. So here's, based on that, and a lot of comments was talking about the movement of the block, how this had more movement and this one not so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 more of these. There'll be 2 with yellow, 2 with red, and I'm going to make a small little mini block or a mini something, and then I'm going to practice hand quilting on it when I learn from Sherry. And so it won't be wasted. And then I'll probably hang it up as like a little memento or something. But this is the dark color I'm going with, and I'm going with red and yellow, and you'll see as I pull it together how it goes. Now, she showed she used a little ruler, and she clipped off that end, which I don't know if I'm confident enough to do that without sewing the seam first. But what I do is I lay, hang on a minute, because you need a close-up. I'm going to use the phone. Okay. What I did is I laid the red face down onto the white background, and then I drew a line through here. And then I'm going to sew on the line, then trim this side off to the 1/4 inch seam allowance and fold down the other side. And you'll see what it looks like when I do that. And the same thing I'm doing with this, I drew a line. And then I'll trim off this side and flip this over. So that's how I've been doing it. Shalom says the speckly one is nice. Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to look wonderful on here.
Yeah, it will.
But I'm willing to try the ruler if I can get it. Put it that way. Because it might make it easier and it might make it more accurate. Because sometimes when you're sewing that diagonal line and then you flip your fabric over, you're like, oh, now I have to refix it. Because it may not necessarily line up with the rest of the block.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it does that, but sometimes it happens.
Is my machine loud?
No, I don't even hear it.
All right.
I have a setting on this Zoom
I just
that
remember if my setting was on or not. Okay. No, we're good.
yeah, this a lot. I don't have it cranked all the way up where it just drowns up everything, but it does drown up the sewing machine. Sometimes you can hear some people's machines, and I think the reason you hear them when you don't hear ours, what machine do you have?
I just a Janome.
These Janomes are heavy, and I also have a mat up underneath my Janome, so there's a mat between the table and the Janome, which reduces vibration, and so when you're sewing at a high rate of speed, you really don't even hear it on the Zoom, which is interesting. Okay, let's get sewing. And I need to move this. I'm surprised someone didn't ask what that was.
Hi, Belt Loop 29. Do you know who that is? Belt Loop 29?
Yes, he's another one from Kevin's channel. Hello, Belt Loop. Y'all, don't forget, if you want to share your channel, type this. And I need to share Jess's, by the way. Type !selfie. And you can share your channel. And I'm going to share Jess's. So you can go over and subscribe to her channel. Yep, there she is. Go over and subscribe to her channel if you're not subscribed. And then when you have a chance later after the live, go over and watch her videos, comment on them, like them. And if you're even feeling more generous, share some of them so that she can get some more watch hours, because we all need help with that.
I'm just here to have fun. I just love it. So, and I know that probably some people, but this is just a fun like avenue for me.
Yeah.
Like teaching is my bread and butter. Teaching is where I earn my money and everything like that. So, you know, people like me, they do. If not, oh well, I'll just go on to the next thing. It's okay.
Mhm.
So, because I
That's
know
kind
the blocks I do is not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. And I'm not going to change myself for the world. So,
no, I don't blame you there.
I had a huge discussion with my mom about this morning. That's why I was a little bit more passionate about that right there. But
Your mom giving you a hard time?
oh, my mom always, it's a mom thing. Love
It's
her for who she
it's
is, and that's what I want her to be. That's what I say.
It's a some mom thing. Not all moms are like that.
Yeah. Well, my mom's just an A-type personality. She likes to be controlling. It's okay. She can't control me from New York to North Carolina.
No, she cannot.
You can only go so far. Yes. Hi, Joydy. How are you doing? Thank you, Joydy. I feel loved by you, Jody. Joydy. I do. And the community. This is absolutely one of the best sewing communities I could ever be part of.
Hey, Joyce JK, how are you? It's good to see you. I gotta make sure I'm doing, yeah. I have so looked forward to this so long.
Yeah.
It's been like, needs to hurry up and get here. Needs to hurry. But then I gripe about the time going by too fast, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's here. And we're doing it.
Yes, we are.
Fun.
I think it's going to be cool to see how our quilts turn out and how they're all going to look different from each other.
Yeah. And I'll even show the one that's up on my wall too at the end that
Yeah,
I was working on last night.
That's great because I know they're going to love seeing it.
Whew, that one just takes a little bit more brain power to do, but it's okay.
So one of the things I'm discovering from everyone is that they can't see me sewing.
Yeah.
As good. So I am going to be on a mission to look for some type of hardware where I can put the camera over the sewing machine.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to save up money for that.
Well, that's a wish on my wish list too, eventually, is to have something just overhead and it's not my phone. Like I got to figure out, I just don't like using my phone as a recording device.
Yeah.
Because I text people and I'll do other things on, yeah. My kids are texting me. It's just.
I have a Canon camera, but I need some extra hardware for it. There's 2 cords it needs because you want it plugged into a power source so that it'll die in the middle of a live. And the other one is a USB that has to be plugged into the laptop so that you can use this particular software for the Canon camera where you can use it through Zoom. So it's a little more complicated. Unless I decide to buy a different kind of camera altogether where I could just set it on top of a tripod above or an apparatus above my head where it just zooms in on it.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Did you also notice that when you're making your blocks that everything gets pressed out from the center out towards the outside? Did you notice?
No, I didn't notice. But I haven't run into a problem with the way I'm pressing it. So maybe I'm already
pressing. You probably are.
Yeah, I might already be pressing it in the direction it was wanting. I didn't read the directions. I just looked at the picture.
I am the same way.
Well, I'm a visual learner.
I just want to throw it away.
Yeah, I'm a visual learner, so I just look at the pictures. Yeah. I know I should read it. And hey, just so everyone knows, don't do it like I'm doing it. Read the directions because, you know, there might be something actually valid in here that I'm not seeing. And then when I get ready to sew something together, I'll be like, wait, what? Then I go back and see what it was I didn't read.
Hi, Tammy. Welcome in. But here's the first block. So this is one block finished.
Oh.
So
That looks wonderful.
yeah. So
Have you
I'll make
decided,
3 more of these and then sew that piece together, and then so at least you can see one
yeah.
section of it.
Have you decided what size of quilt you're going to make?
So when we got together, I'm so horrible about this. When we got together and we did our first video, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do a baby quilt with the navy and then do the throw size or the lap size with my Callie and Co.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, um, I might just this might be actually a throw size, lap size, and the twin size might be a Callie and Co. Like I always go bigger than really what I want to do.
That's
So
actually a good idea. I mean, I'm doing the baby size, and I may change my mind as I get closer, as it's coming together. I might want to go bigger.
yeah, I'm
It
just
just depends on how it's going to look. And that's why I said I was going to do this the baby size one.
mhm.
So there's 3 sizes of this,
There
y'all.
is. Yeah.
There's a 48 square, a 48 by 64, and a 64 by 80. And if you're really mathematically inclined like Jess is, and you
What?
want this to be bigger on your bed, you just keep building the blocks and make it the size you need it for your bed.
Or you can call me in for a small fee. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, ask Jess. I need a thing in my body that says, if you want to know something mathematically, ask Jess.
Yes, yes. I should be like a calculator. There should be a calculator named after So Blessed.
Yep,
No,
definitely.
no.
Hey, Tammy, welcome. It's good to see you here in the live. Yep.
Yeah, it's a curse that I have. If you give me a math problem, I will sit there until I get the answer.
So you saying that here's something some people don't know about me.
Okay.
I know y'all hear me say I'm not mathematically inclined. It depends on what it is. If it has to do with angles or geometry, because I'm a visual learner, I struggle with that. If it's odd numbers in an algebraic equation, you can freaking forget it if I can't see it.
Mhm.
But I can walk into a grocery store, and my husband's seen me do this. I don't use a calculator, and I sit here and I add all this stuff in my head.
Yeah.
I estimate. And then when I get up to the cash register to pay it, I'll say, well, I think it's going to be around this dollar amount. And I usually hit it right around the $5 mark.
Oh, that's
I'm
amazing.
rarely, never, ever more off than that. And, because you can do it in your head, it's just numbers. You just keep adding the numbers up.
Yeah, I don't have that much brain space when I'm in a grocery store because I'm usually trying to tell my children and everybody, no, we don't need that. Or no, put the junk food down.
Yep, I know the feeling.
Or even the husband wanting something. And I'm like, no, not today. No. I already have. It's like, tell me ahead of time so I can plan it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like being spontaneous every now and then, but I don't like to buy junk food. I like to create everything that we eat.
Oh,
So,
someone else says, if you want to make a note, I love the number 29.
so belt loop, I will always remember that forever and always. Every time I
Yep.
see you, 29 will be a prime number that lives in my head with you.
Yeah, and because he has 29 at the end of his name, that even him or her.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your first name, Belt Loop? Because I would like to learn your name. If you don't mind sharing.
Yeah.
So Shalom says, I love prime numbers for no apparent reason. I'm fine with prime numbers until they get so big I can't visually see how they can break down into smaller numbers. And that's why with algebra, when you have one of those equations where it's using a lot of large prime numbers, and it happens a lot in calculus too. Because I struggled with that particular type of equation, but I also struggled in calculus because odd numbers are used a lot in it.
Mhm.
And it's like, I can't see it. This is so hard.
Well, hi, Gary. His name is Gary.
Hey, Gary. Welcome to the live.
I was just talking about a guy that I used to hang out with. His name was Gary. And I was thinking about him today. So Gary, welcome. Welcome to my Gary
Well,
Bro.
yep. We had a friend that lived in the UK. His name was Gary Anderson, and
Yeah.
I don't know if that was his real name, but that's what he went by online. And he's kind of, and we knew each other. We conversed with each other for what, 20 years, honey?
Yeah.
And then right when the pandemic happened, we ain't seen hide nor hair of him since. So it makes me think that maybe something happened to him. Because normally he'll make a comment, like there'll be an anniversary or something that comes across my Facebook that has to do with something to do with the group that we all hung out in, and he'll make a comment about it, but he's not made comments in 4 years, so I'm thinking something's happened to him.
Yeah.
He
Well,
wasn't.
I'll definitely look up your channel. I'm gonna have to put it down in my notebook because if it doesn't get in the notebook, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That's another flaw that I have as a teacher. Everything has to be written down or it doesn't happen. So you get to be in the notebook today, Gary.
Don't forget to share your channels, y'all. Type that exclamation selfie. So what is everyone working on today? Or did you buy the pattern that Jess and I are working on from Etsy, so that you can sew with us? I'm sorry that I don't know what happened on Cotton Cuts, because it was on Cotton Cuts, and then I don't know, a week ago I went to go grab the link so I could share it in the description box.
Yeah.
It wasn't there anymore, which means that someone cleaned. You know how web designers clean things up, and if they're not selling something, they'll just take it off.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's what happened to it. So it's no longer on the Cotton Cuts website.
Did you Etsy or anything?
No, it's not there. It's like it says this does not exist. That's the message you get. But I am going to send talk to Kim on the next PM. We have another Zoom coming up soon.
Yeah.
And when I see her on the third Thursday, I'll ask her if there's any way she can put it back up there.
Because if not, is it technically free now and we can share everything?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about.
Because I will.
Yeah, because the reason it was on there to begin with is because she spotlighted the designer of the pattern. And so it had been sitting on there for a long while. And I knew I had recognized the pattern. It's kind of funny because I have the printed pattern, but I didn't get it through Cotton Cuts. It was through, I want to say it was when I had a Creative Notions subscription box for a short time, way back in 2016, I think. And that pattern was in that box. And I kept it because I liked it. I just didn't get around to, doing anything with it at the time.
Hello, YouTube police. Your name is Gary too? It's a Gary day.
Did you just, wow, this is the first time I've seen YouTube police in here. He's also, him or her, Gary,
I'm
is
Jessica.
from Tuber Chat. Welcome, welcome. Hit that exclamation selfie to share your channel. And looks like Tammy shared her channel. Good, good. I'm glad to see y'all sharing your channel.
There's lots of channels that we can share on here, y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
YouTubers in here.
Someone asked about if you something about the pattern. Judy says she's working on paper piecing.
Ooh. What are you paper piecing?
Sherry's doing the Magnolia pattern with us. Thank you, Sherry.
Sherry, I can't see your colorway. You're going to have to share it on your channel.
Yep, you're going to have to share the colorway you're using.
She's in
Tammy says, I have to laugh. My hubby and I used to live in Mississippi. And then Gary from YouTube Police says, if y'all see me live, please feel free to come on a panel, which means join like you are with me. Yeah. And we mostly do open panel stuff. Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Oh, okay. It's the same Gary. Gary is the belt loop, the belt loop 29 and YouTube Police. It's the same guy.
Oh, same person. So he's got two channels. Oh, cool. And YouTube Police, yes, sometimes goes into Kevin's channel to meet new folks. He's good people. Yes, he is. And that's where I've seen you at, is in his channel.
All right, Gary, I got you. I'm here to have fun. It's all about having fun.
Yep. No stress, no mess.
No, if it's stressful, we just need to get off and just
Yeah, we're doing the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm. Bye. Yes.
I mean, you've heard me talk about sometimes, right, 30 minutes before I might go through this little thing, right? I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I think it's just,
bye, Gary. Gary, are you Southern? Because you said y'all.
I just had to come in here and say hello. Greenland Quilter has been very friendly and seems like somebody we enjoy having around. Jess does too. We have a pretty good community. Yes, we do. And thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'm a pretty cool person, except when I get on a rant, right, Jess?
But it's okay. It's okay to have rants every now and then. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Every now and then.
Sometimes these rants happen in the wrong time, though. Like last night, we were talking about as most of you know, and yeah, we talked about this last night. I'm worried about my hobby. This is my hobby, sewing.
Yeah.
And with tariffs kicking in and things escalating the way they are right now, it is going to affect us here in Greenland. Yeah. Because it's going to, we are part of the Danish crown. So anything that happens to Denmark is going to reflect to us here in Greenland. So if tariffs start with Denmark, I can forget about buying fabric because it's already expensive enough. You add a 25% tariff onto that. How can I afford that? I can't. So, y'all say a little prayer for us that doesn't happen.
We're going to have to buy you an animal and you're going to start spinning your own.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I wish I could grow cotton here,
Well, I saw some cotton fields. Oh, earlier. Where was I?
Was it in California?
Cotton fields here in North Carolina that were.
They grow cotton in North Carolina too?
Yeah.
I knew they grew them in Alabama. I know they grow them in California, but I wasn't sure what other states they can actually grow them in.
They grow the best cotton here in North Carolina.
I think I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, I am doing something wrong here. Oops, I was about to make a boo-boo.
Oh, don't do that. No, we can do this.
Is the cotton more south of North Carolina, or is it all over?
Oh, it's all over North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah. The pods are busting right now, so that's how I knew that the
They're
field
cool, aren't they? The first time I saw a cotton plant in California, yeah, they had already harvested most of it, so there was just like pieces left hanging on. And so I stopped on the side of the road and grabbed me a small piece so I could bring it home with me, just so I could pick it apart and have a look at it, because I was curious as to what it looked like. I
came home, I moved down to North Carolina, and I was in Greenville area, like on the east side, going to college, doing my thing, and we drove like past Walmart, and we just kept going, like we were just going for a ride, and I stopped. I'm like, Dustin, that's a cotton field. I've never seen a cotton field. So I made him pull over. I picked like as much as I could, and then I text my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm holding real cotton. She was just like, really, Jess?
Like, yep, because we are curious.
Yes, I am a curious person.
Yeah. I mean, because they take that and they make it into fabric.
Yeah.
It's pretty darn amazing.
So and it's nice. I'll go back to the fields and I'll pick enough and I'll make wreaths out of it.
Oh, so cool. Yeah, that's great.
I don't know if it's probably illegal, but I haven't been caught yet. My face is on YouTube saying it. Hi, how are you doing, cotton farmer?
They probably don't care. I mean, you're not taking a bunch.
I'm gleaning. It's a biblical thing. I'm gleaning.
It's like I asked Kristen, she lives in Hanford, California, and the neighborhood where they live at, across the road when you're coming out of the housing development. Across the road is this humongous almond orchard. And I mean, it goes as far as the eye can see both directions. And there's no fence around it, nothing. And I asked her, I said, do you ever see people just randomly stopping on the side of the road and picking almonds off the trees? She says, Mom, by the time it's actually ready to harvest almonds, the farmers have already harvested. So if there's anything left on the tree, they generally don't even say anything about it, which I thought was pretty interesting. But it was cool because I got to see them in flower when I was there during a certain time of the year. And then the next time I was there, it was in the fall when the nuts were all over the trees. And then you see these little machines and they're going through the road and they're just shaking the tree like this, you know, and all the nuts are falling onto these screen looking things. It was really cool.
Amazing. I've only seen that on videos.
My mom is from Jasper, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And her parents were cotton croppers. So they, you know, they were very poor, but they raised 13 kids cropping cotton.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they owned the land. I think they were like
Renting it?
maybe they were either sharecroppers or maybe they were pickers. That's all they did.
Yeah. They have a scent when they, so Shalom want to know if those the almond blossom had a scent when they bloom.
I didn't get out and go up close to take the pictures, but next time I'm there in the spring, I'll do that so we can find that answer out.
I mean, the cherry blossoms in DC, they have a beautiful scent to them. So I would assume that they would
Yeah.
to attract all the bees and things. So
Cherry blossoms are so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
they are.
And so are crab apples.
Oh, apple season, period. I grew up in
Yeah.
apple country, so.
And dogwood season. Oh my gosh. I used to spend hours sitting outside drawing dogwood flowers. And
Yeah.
I have so many pictures of where I just sat with a camera taking pictures of dogwood flowers because they are so fascinating.
They are. I have a pink and a white dogwood tree in my yard.
A pink one?
A pink one and a white one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. The pink ones are so pretty.
Yeah. The pink ones always bloom after the white ones here.
Yep.
My yard anyway. So
the pink ones don't do as well in North Florida. It's not cold enough. You'll see one or you'll see some random ones here, you know, maybe on the north end of town that look good. But when you go to the south end of town, they don't look as good. Mm-hmm. But now the white ones, they're all over the place. And I did some research and it seems that the pink ones are more northerly trees, like where you live at.
okay.
They're not meant for Florida. The white dogwood is actually indigenous to Florida. That's why it's called Cornus Florida. Tree from Florida. The cornus is the dogwood part of it, but the Florida means that it's indigenous to Florida.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to a lot of the genus names of things as much, but that's amazing. I know that you are really into all of that, and you're a wealth of information when it comes to plants and things. So I appreciate that. See, now I can come to you when I have plant opportunities.
That's why when I was telling you, I couldn't believe my eyes seeing when we were in Raleigh last year in February, no less, which is still wintertime. And down both sides of the highway I-75 is purple wisteria in flower everywhere.
Yeah. Hi, Candace. Welcome in, Candace. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for
Candace. Welcome. It had me super excited because I'm like, I didn't know they could go that far north. And the other thing I didn't know you could grow that far north was bamboo. And some of those bamboo stems I saw, they were massive.
There's bamboo everywhere. And I do not appreciate the bamboo. As long as
that particular one that I saw that you're talking about, I can see why, because there's two types of bamboo. You have the kind that use rhizomes, which is what you're talking about. It's everywhere. Then you have what's called a clump forming bamboo, and that one does not spread like the plague.
Yeah. So
So a lot of when I was in college doing my college courses for this, we had a lot of discussion about certain invasive trees. There's a tree called a mimosa tree in Florida, and it's indigenous to Florida. But when you're a landscaper, you cannot plant those trees anywhere that a septic tank's within so many feet because it will take over a septic system. But its roots grow deep, and it just travels long distances.
Those are the ones that have the pink, like
yeah, the little fluffy.
They're fluffy.
Yep.
Can't stand them. I have tried killing them all across my yard.
You have to get the whole root out of the ground.
Oh, yes. But the thing is, it traveled underneath my patio, and so it just all of a sudden it'll pop up.
Yep.
I had to get rid of it because, funny story, we moved into our house and I could just see a little boy climbing that little tree and getting onto my roof and going to see my kids.
Uh-oh.
I know, that's the only thing I thought of. I was like, I know little boys. Little boys are scary. But then little girls could do it too. They can totally climb down a tree and go visit little boys. So
yeah.
But yes, so we
nothing worse is to be a mom and you go diddy bopping in your your 17-year-old daughter's bedroom because you thought you heard her talking when she should have been sleeping because school's tomorrow. And I go walking in there and there's a teenage boy sitting on the bed with her. He crawled through the bedroom window.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And I'm like, really? I said, does your mom and dad, because I knew his mom and dad. I said, does your mom and dad know you're over here? No. I said, how about I pick up the phone and call them right now? Please don't. I said, then get your butt home.
I mean, everything I think of, I've done. So because we lived in the farmhouse.
I never did stuff like that.
And it was so hard going on the roof because we had a tin roof.
Oh boy, that makes noises.
Oh, it did. And so I would set up the ladder and then I would, and I just bring a flashlight and go down to my friend's house. And then we would just hang out until he's like, okay, I got to go to work. And I'm like, all right. And then I go back home. Or he'd come over and we just hang out on the hammock or something and just chill.
Yeah. I just think that she was doing that because she was grieving the loss of her dad, and that was her acting out at the time. Yeah. And she liked him a lot, and he liked her a lot. So,
hi, Rita. Welcome in, Rita.
Hey, so Rita. Welcome
with us tonight.
And Kevin's still here too. Thank you for sticking around, Kevin.
Thank you.
These are going together. Oh, I'll be able to sew these pretty soon as I make sure I don't have to re-sew anything.
Sweet. Yeah,
so far, so good.
Bamboo. Shalom was making a comment about the bamboo, and I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, what she said is true. That's why they call them invasive.
Yeah.
If you're wanting a barrier, like you want your property to have a barrier between you and your neighbor. I mean, I'm talking a big piece of land, not like a small backyard. That's the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you had like acres of land and you didn't want to put a fence up, those bamboos could serve that purpose. You would have that barrier between you and your neighbor. And a lot of landscapers will do it that way. But for the most part, they don't put anything. They definitely wouldn't put it on a golf course. No.
Right, to anyone who lives with me in the future, I don't want any bamboo or lives around me. I finished the first block, by the way.
Yeah, I have 4 of those already finished. I don't have the finished red one yet.
I was gonna just show the people. Oh, there it is.
Okay, let me spotlight you here.
Yes, make me big. Because
I'm gonna make you big so everybody can see what you're sharing with them.
Hey, don't look at my nose. No, I'm just kidding. There she is.
Nose is just fine. That looks great.
Yeah, so we made this piece right here over and over again. So this is the only, here, let me fold it in half, or quarters. So this is what we're making over and over again. And then we just put it together like this. Isn't it going to be gorgeous? Oh my
It
word.
is. Now, are you going to put them? I had thought about sewing them as blocks like this and then attaching them, but did you notice in the picture? I didn't read the directions, but the picture looks like they're putting it together. See how the picture looks? Oh, wait.
Yeah. Yes. They're putting them in rows.
They're doing them in rows. So
Yeah.
it's according to what you want to do with this. You can do them blocks like she did, which is how I thought about doing it myself because I think it might be easier than trying to do long strips.
Yeah. Because I'm not a pinner by all means. You will never, well, rarely see a pin in my hand. So I prefer to do blocks, but I have everything has to nest. I'm a nesting girl. So that's what I really like about this too. Make sure that all your seams nest and your
Yep.
will come out beautifully.
By the way, you know that block I showed you earlier tonight before we
Yeah.
started?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be proud of me. You want to see the back of it?
Yeah.
Because remember, I don't nest, remember?
While you're getting it, I'm just going to throw this up on my design wall. Won't take me very long. Boom. And
Look
back.
who nested.
Oh, that looks great. I love that. It looks
Yep,
so,
all of it's nested. None of it's been pressed open.
yeah, so clean. I love it.
I had to redo the very center because it was off by like not an eighth, but between an eighth and a fourth. And I'm like, that's just not working for me. So I went back and took it out and fixed it. Because you could see that gap too much, you know?
Mhm. So when you make this quilt, are you more of you make the same unit over and over and over again, like how I'm making the lot with the long rectangles and the flip corners? Will you make this over and over again, like the 90 million times that needs to happen? Or
Well, what I'm doing is I'm making enough to do 4 blocks at a time
okay. Okay.
instead of just doing all of them like the directions say,
Yeah.
because I will get bored.
See, I like mindless things sometimes though. So I will probably be that mindless person and cut.
I don't know. I get tired of doing the same thing. And that's probably why I do it that way. That way I can do a mass amount of them, enough to do 4 blocks, then build the blocks, then go back and do more of these until I have all of them. But I did do this. So I have everything already pre-cut, all of it for a change, instead of cutting as I go along. Because I do that sometimes. I cut, sew, cut.
Shalom, write that down. It needs to be a t-shirt. I'm a nester, not a pinner. Should we say the William thing? Patent pending, patent pending.
Yeah, now I don't know if I'll ever give up pins. My sewing's not good enough for that.
I gotta write that down. We're gonna have to do that. Shalom, I got a couple other t-shirt ideas that are in my brain. We gotta talk about them. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah,
Just
Shalom.
using,
No, go ahead.
Rita says just use jumping cholla cactus as a fence. Works perfect. So it must be very thorny. Guaranteed neighbors are not going to come through that area. Oh, I bet it has lots of thorns on it.
Yeah. And then Shalom says, I think I would like to do what Jess does over and over. And then when I get perfect and obsessed with perfection. Yes.
I mean, I have done it where I've sewn all the pieces, generic, the beginning part of it, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I don't either.
See, and this is why I need like the folded corner clipper ruler, because it has to be the same every single time, because I know that if I draw a line and I'm eyeing it, I mean, if I could, I'd have a little laser on this thing probably. But I just need something just more uniform.
Yeah.
So it can all be.
This is just how I've always known how to do it. So
Yeah. Oh, I've done it all the ways. All the ways. So
nope, not thorny. It's just it's called jumping for a reason. Oh, you're talking about rattlesnakes. Ooh, gotcha. Yeah, no thanks.
see, that's another thing. Like we're getting into that time of the season where everything's going to start waking up soon, so I won't go in the woods anymore. Because we have some venomous snakes around here.
Florida has them too, but I'm trying to think I've ever really run into one where I had to stop and not move.
Yeah.
When I moved out into the rural areas so I could live with my horses, and I was out gardening or making a new bed or something, and you go to move a rock or something, or dig up an area that didn't look right for some reason, I would find a small baby rattlesnake, but I don't think I've ever actually seen a big one.
Mm.
I've been lucky on that part. But when my dad would take us fishing, we would go into we always fished off the St. Johns River, but he would take us back into the tributaries. For those that don't know what a tributary, and I may even be using the wrong word, but I don't think so. What a tributary is it's all part of the main river, but they're smaller, tinier rivers. And they go way back in and they snake around things. And the further in you get, the more away from other people you get. So a lot of people won't even go into those areas to fish, but that's where all the fish is at.
Yeah.
And but that's where danger is too, especially if they're water moccasins, because water moccasins will chase your behind.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yes, they will. That's why my dad always carried a pistol, because there was always a risk of one of us kids coming face to face with one. And they made us wear boots, and we wore long pants, and he put some kind of leather around the bottom half of our legs, just in case, we did come in contact with a snake. And I can tell you there was countless times when he took us fishing.
Mm-hmm.
It would be sunny when we got out there. And he always brought a tent because he knew it was going to happen. And then it would start pouring down rain while you're fishing.
Yeah.
And he didn't have no big fancy boat. He had a little, one of those boats where you can sit. This was before my brother was born. So there was 3 of us girls and my 2 parents. So it sat 5,
Mm-hmm.
and a little outboard motor. And that's what we would go back in there with. And then we would fish off the bank. We didn't sit in the boat and fish.
Mm-hmm.
But fishing would be just phenomenal back there. He even took us to this one area where there was lots of mudfish. They didn't eat mudfish, but he wanted us to experience catching them, because they are even more of a fighting fish than a bass is. They'll give you a run for your money.
What about cod?
Oh, that cod was pretty strong. Oh my gosh. Kept worrying that line was gonna break.
My dad would take us fishing all the time when we were little. I can't even think about all the lakes and rivers and things that we've gone to in the Adirondacks. So yeah, I miss those times. I remember catching my first catfish and screaming at my dad going, "What is this thing and why does it have like tentacles coming off of it?" Because I didn't know what it was. Oh,
It was freaky seeing, huh?
yeah. Oh.
Now I'm going to cut off all of my little extensions here, because I've checked them to make sure they're going to lay down flat.
Mm-hmm.
And all I'm going to do is use my Creative Grids ruler right here, because I don't know where my 1/4 inch ruler is. And you don't need a 1/4 inch ruler because there's already a 1/4 inch. See here? See this fog right here? Foggy part? That is a 1/4 inch seam. So if you are strapped for money and you already have one of these, you don't need to buy a 1/4 inch ruler. Just use one of these. And you just line it up right on the seam.
Yes. that would be perfect also.
Yep. Because I can't go to a quilt store. I don't have any here.
Shalom likes the fact that your mat spins.
Oh, yeah. You know what kind of mat this is?
I do. Yes, I do.
So this is funny about this. This is a Martelli combination set. And when So Yeah Quilting had a live one night, and he had the Martellis there with him. And that was the first time I'd ever heard of Martelli. And so they were selling several different Martelli things. This just happened to be one of them.
Yeah.
And it was a decent price. So I claimed one. Then I had it sent to my daughter's house, and it didn't come home with me until last year. So it sat at my daughter's house for 3 years.
Wow, no.
Because the shipping on this part of it, it's heavy.
Yeah. With all the
It was
bearings
just
and
heavy
stuff.
enough to drive the price, because if I could have put it in a box with other fabric and stuff, but you can see how big it is. It's big.
Yeah.
And you would have had to get a really extremely large box. And I like to ship with a certain size box that I can pile up to 25 pounds in. This would never fit in a box like that. So I brought it home with me on the airplane.
Do you have the cutter too?
No, well, I have one, but I'm going to give it away as a prize, I think, because I cannot use the damn thing.
Oh, why not?
Because I am this person.
Yeah.
I don't sit and cut. I stand. You probably see that I was standing up. I
Yeah.
stand and cut. And with those Martellis, I have ruined more yardage than I care to ever waste,
Oh,
because it just veers off to the right. And so I don't like them.
yeah. I like where so there's like a little divot right here that your finger goes down into. And then there's like a little divot right here where your thumb can slide into, so it gives that perfect. But I've never had that problem, because I mean I stand up when I cut most of the time. I mean, besides doing these little, flipping corners, but
Yeah.
when I'm
Yeah,
cutting,
I had trouble with cutting yardage with it. And when it happened more than once, I'm like, no, we're not doing this.
yeah,
And I don't have hand pain in my right hand anyway. My
Yeah.
hand pain's in my other hand, this one. And the pain is in here,
mm-hmm.
in this particular area right here. And it's probably because of me doing the way I put my fingers on my ruler to hold it in place is probably why. But as far as my right hand, it never hurts. So there's an old saying that if it's not broke, don't fix it. And because I've been using this Olfa for so long, I'm fine with it. So I don't need to buy a high price cutter if I'm already happy with the one I got.
Yeah, so Rita's is in the same camp as you. She says it hurts, like it hurts her hand to use. And yes, Shalom, they do make it in a lefty, and the lefty is in a navy blue color. So they even have it color coded depending on if you're right or left-handed. So if you ever see the Martelli, here, I'll show it to you again. But it looks like this. My dog ate the end of it, so that's why it's all chunked up. But this handle is blue, navy blue instead of red. And that's the left-handed version.
Well, I could always give you mine, since I've got to find a home for it anyway. And mine's only been used 2 times. And I also hear a lot of people talking about how hard it is to take apart to change the blade in it.
It is, because it's backwards. So you think, righty tighty, lefty loosey when you're, for screw, like that's what has to go through my brain when I'm looking at screws and I have to tighten them or loosen them. It's opposite. So instead of lefty loosey, it's left. Every time you turn it to left, it's tightening it. And
See,
so it's opposite.
With this Olfa,
Yeah.
I'm going to share the screen for a minute. I want to show you how quick this comes apart.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's for those who don't know.
Yeah.
So there's a switch on the back right here. And when you pull it down, it pulls all of this down. But first, you got to make sure you have your guard closed. You don't go doing it without it. Then you push it up, pull it down. See how the blade just popped right out? That fast. And then you just lift the blade out, put the new one in, lay this back on top of it. And then you push the little clip in, blade back in. That's how fast.
Tammy said that you could send it to her. She
Yeah,
would.
I just saw that.
Yes.
I didn't know you were a Martelli user. You know what I want from Martelli? I want their table. The one that goes up and down.
Oh, those are expensive. Yeah, but they're nice.
I asked him if it could be set up for Euro electricity, and he said he wasn't sure if it could or not.
Yeah. Well, how could you guys convert it?
No,
No.
you need to be an electrician to do that. And I don't mess with electricity.
I mess with everything, so.
I can hammer nails and put boards together and help Nikolai rebuild our deck. But when it comes to electricity, nope.
I've watched my dad do too many projects
Now,
where,
Nikolai says he can do simple electric stuff.
yeah. That's awesome.
Because you have to do that sometimes on the boat, don't you?
Yeah.
If the engineer's not going to do it. You know who braids my hair when he's... Ooh.
Hi,
that was a-
Sheila. How are you doing? Welcome in.
Hey, Sheila. Welcome, welcome. Tammy says that's all she can use. My wrists are so beyond broken, and the Olfa style hurts me horribly. Wow, that's interesting. Because I don't feel like there's any pressure on my wrist. You know what has happened recently though with the Olfas?
Hmm.
I don't know what's going on with me, but I think it's something to do with not thinking about it. I cut my pointer finger on one of these. It was the 50-year celebration one. I had pushed my finger too far down.
But then this year too.
Hi, Mona. Welcome in. Hi, Melanie.
And I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
It's not something I usually do. Babe, can you see if her DUCK has thawed out enough yet?
What?
Her DUCK.
Ooh, we're spelling.
Yeah, because my dog is very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's very smart.
That's amazing.
Bonus here.
You have to spell everything out or she knows what you're talking about.
Bonus.
Hey, Mona. Hello, Melanie. And hello, Sheila. Did I miss anyone else?
Well, I think I'm trying to keep up with it with you. Oh,
And I
Patty. Pat's here. Hi, Pat.
Hey,
How are
Pat.
you?
Welcome, welcome. We're having fun with this. I just about have everything ready to go to do the red part. I can already show you the yellow.
Katie, you're spotlighted, but I wanted to show,
Yeah, hang on. I'm undoing it.
yeah,
Let me show this real quick. This is the yellow.
yeah, that's amazing.
And I have 4 of these made already.
Oh, more scissors for you, honey.
More what?
More scissors.
Oh, now you need me to spotlight you?
No, I don't need to be spotlighted. No.
Okay.
So the folded corner clipper ruler, Pat, is what I am using, and you can find it on Amazon. I believe I bought it for my mom for Christmas for like $15. So, and it goes all the way to 5 inches. So it fits a charm square beautifully.
Do you know if it can be bought on Fat Quarter Shop?
Yes,
Because
it can be
Amazon
bought on
doesn't
Flat
ship.
Quarter Shop. It can be bought on Missouri Star.
Okay, gotcha. After the live, I'll get the exact name of it for you guys, and I'll post it.
So anywhere you can get creative grids, you can buy it. So it's one of the best purchases I've ever made, and see, I have like a little stand with my rulers, and I try to keep it in there, but it's always in my hand. I'm always doing the folded corner clippers. So
Sheila says, Are you working on the Magnolia quilt? I'm waiting on fabric as I'm going to sew along with you. Yes, we are working on it. And yay, I'm glad to see another person joining us on it.
Yes. So I'm in the
That
process of
makes
making
me
my second
happy.
one. Yeah. And then I'll show you my design wall in a little bit where you can see both colorways starting to appear. And it's, oh, I'm loving the Coriander one. Oh my word.
That
It's amazing.
fabric is exceptional. I want some. I can't buy any fabric right now.
So Melanie, are you asking me where I am? I'm in YouTube land. No, I'm
Mary
at
says she uses that trimmer.
no. So I am in North Carolina today. Oh, it's fun.
It's
It's
hot in this house, honey.
Hello.
oh.
We need air in here.
Shalom says she's tried spelling with her kids, but it didn't work, and they learned how to spell way too young. Well, that tells you how intelligent those babies were.
Yep. And eventually this dog is going to figure out the spelling too. And then there'll be no way of saying it unless we change the word altogether. Like
Absolutely.
she's up moving around right now. So I bet she knows something's up.
Oh, she can smell it. Yes.
It's sitting on the counter. I've been waiting for it to finish thawing out enough where she can eat it.
Rita says she usually gets a lot of rotary cutter boo-boos on her thumb. You need to get one of those gloves that are cut resistant, and you can cut like the fingers out except for maybe the thumb. So if you tend to always nick your thumb by accident, that could help because that really breaks my heart that you keep nicking your thumb.
Yeah, this nicking of my pointer finger because I pushed it too far. I was too low down on the thing. I don't
Yeah.
know why I done that. But that 50-year one is set up just a little bit different.
Can you see me now, Melanie? She said she couldn't see me. She heard me, but she couldn't see me. That's why she was wondering where I was.
Oh, she should be seeing you because check and make sure you. Uh-oh.
She might be on a phone or a tablet, and so if she's on one of those devices, she has to scroll over until she gets the full picture of all four of us, or just one-on-one, depending on who's talking is the person that gets highlighted. So
Yeah, because I think I have everything set properly now.
yeah, everything looks
A while ago I was having some trouble with Zoom, but I think I've got it fixed.
They aren't cut resistant. Well, I guess I don't know. I got a pair because fun fact, this finger has had like 6 stitches in it because of a rotary cutter accident. My niece walked up to me as I was cutting at the same time, and I looked up, and yeah, that was a beautiful experience to go to an ER for. But well, here I am, Melanie. Hi.
Okay, I'm pressing these pieces.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, she was saying like when you were spotlighted on yourself, she couldn't see me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No worries. No worries. We're just showing our beautifulness, all of our stuff.
Are you still sewing?
But
apparently you have been you call it that expanded, that large.
Is that chat set to live? So instead of top chat? I bet you're behind too.
I was behind until I pressed live, and then I started seeing all the people that Katie was talking about earlier.
Yeah. I thought maybe it was because they were using top chat instead of live chat. But his is set to live chat, so I don't know why it's just showing that way. Means there's a delay.
It could be.
And I don't even see the actual YouTube screen because I'm on Zoom and I just see Jess. And then I have toggled my chat out of the browser so that I can have enough space for both.
Yeah. I always split screen everything I do. So half of it's Zoom and half of it's YouTube.
Yep.
So that I can see everything that's going on. Then Rita said that that's why she always keeps butterfly band-aids around her. I probably need to put a first aid kit in here because I am prone. I'm not even going to tell you the last thing that happened to me. It's a little embarrassing. No.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, you guys would be like, really, Jess? Oh, bless
We're
my
all going to
heart.
do things
That's what you would have
sometimes.
said.
We're
Bless
all
her.
going to hurt ourselves by accident at some point or another. It does happen.
Yeah, it
I
does.
hear about people cutting off their fingers with their rotary cutter when they're cutting yardage, and I'm kind of like, how does that even happen? But I guess it does.
It does. You get distracted and off you go. Hmm.
That's why I'm always paying attention to where I have my fingers, because I don't have long fingernails to, like try to stop the blade. Okay, now we need, let me show you what I've done so far. I have made enough to do 4 blocks with this part,
Hmm.
and I have made enough of these for 4 blocks of the red, because I've already made 4 blocks with the yellow, so now we're going to do red. And then all I got to do is start sewing these things together. Is it feeling like springtime there yet?
It did last week. So North Carolina went through all 4 seasons last week, and now we're going to be back into the winter months next week. That's like a running joke in North Carolina where you can feel all 4 seasons in a couple days because we got up to 80 degrees and we were down to like 32 at one time also last week.
That sounds like Florida weather to me. North Florida weather.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting there, but of course, spring season tryouts for athletics are next week, and it's going to be 40 and raining. So
That's not good.
it's not good for the coach and the team, but they'll figure it out.
Okay, so for those who haven't seen how one of these blocks go together, so you're going to take one of these, and because we're going to start on the right side.
Yeah.
Unless I'm assuming Jeff started on the right side. Then you're going to take this piece and you're going to sew it on the right side, but you're not going to sew it all the way down to the bottom. Right after you pass this seam right here of your angled seam, you can stop right there. You just stop sewing right there because you're going to leave the seam open. So I'll do that first so you can see. There's a message on my messenger.
Let's see, Jess. I sew barefoot. Oh, this is Mama J. I sew barefoot, and one time I knocked over the triangle ruler off of my table and it hit my foot, tipped down, and went deep. Oh, enough to need stitches. Needless to say, I am very careful with my rulers. Wow, didn't think that rulers could do that. Wow, Mama J. Yeah, I am so sorry about that.
I guess when something has enough velocity, it can do it. That's for sure.
Absolutely. All that potential energy just sitting there.
Because I sew barefooted, I don't wear shoes.
Oh, and I'm about leaving my cutter open. Oh, Joyce, don't leave your cutter open as I close mine. Click. I know I leave my cutter open too, but mostly just the 28 millimeter. Oh, Quilt Meets World is here. Hello, hello.
Hey there, Russ. How's it going?
Yeah.
And what I've been doing, I don't know if this is what the direction said, but I've been pressing toward the block, the big block.
Yes.
That's how,
okay.
because
Yes.
it seems like it lays down better that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what yeah, I believe that's what I said.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because you read the directions, I didn't. So
I will when I'm about to put another block together. So we'll see when I get there.
So that's what it looks like. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this strip right here, and it's going to start. You're going to put it over the top, sew it here all the way to the other end. Can you see this okay?
Mm-hmm. If you want to spotlight yourself, you can, because I'm just ironing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can still read the chat and
Okay. So
help.
I've done this part already. The next piece, and remember you have the seam open here. This is what it's supposed to look like, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to sew this other strip that has the dark on it, and we're going to sew end to end.
Mm-hmm. And you see how you guys, it meets up perfectly.
Yep.
So now one edge to one edge is a perfect length.
Yep. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'll sew that so you can see what it looks like after I've sewn it.
Oh, haha.
What, babe?
You'll see it in a minute when I'm done with it.
Okay. Are you getting close to wanting to show something?
No, it's more like you're gonna love it.
Oh, okay. Must be
I love
something
it.
that has to do with the plant, I bet.
No.
No?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sure everybody in the chat will love it.
Uh-oh.
You can already presume what kind of what that will be.
Is it something to do with sewing?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
oh, this we're going to be happy about then.
So now we're getting a teaser.
Give me like,
Can you hear my machine?
No.
Yeah, it's the Zoom. It's that setting takes care of it. Okay, I've sewn this part. Now, you heard me say that I was pressing toward the big block, and I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to lift it up, and the seam is going to go toward the middle, not toward the out. So let me do that real quick, and then you'll be able to see how I've sewn these two pieces together now.
So
Okay.
yes, she's spotlighting herself so she can watch.
Okay, so now this is what it looks like. Now what we're going to do next, now we have to add another red. And you're going to go from corner to corner, this direction.
Yes.
It's a sewing, oh my.
Oh, stop. No.
I told you so. All right. Ready, Jess?
Yes, I'm ready. Oh, look at it. Oh, I love it.
It's a little sewing machine.
It is. It's a little treadle.
I think you can
Let me see if I can put this behind it where they can really see it.
Yes, you guys, look at that little treadle. That is adorable.
That's awesome. I would not have thought that would have been in there in that jazz club.
Amazing.
apparently the second floor next to it is a tailor.
Oh, that's so
Uh-huh.
cool.
That is amazing.
It
Amazing.
is indeedy. They're saying, oh, cute.
Yes. I want one.
Yep. I want Lego to come out with a big one so we all can build one. Wouldn't that be the coolest thing to do a live building a Lego sewing machine?
That works.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
Oh. Yeah. And
Hang on, I know I'm still spotlighted. I wanted to do the whole block and then I'll unspotlight myself
I would
afterwards.
love for Katie to go through the whole block. Yes.
Okay.
So Becca says dibs on the sitting on top of your sewing machine.
That would be an orca. I arrested the orca from Nikolai because He let the orca bite me on the ear.
Hi, Becca. How are you doing tonight?
So it's under house arrest. It's a joke between me and Nikolai, y'all.
Yeah.
Because he came over and he popped them, because the mouth actually has teeth on it.
Yeah.
And when he popped it, it popped my ear. And I'm like, ow, that hurt. He wasn't trying to hurt me. It's a big joke between us. I took his toy.
Yeah.
It's my toy now.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we have 3 sides done. That leaves putting the bottom on and then doing this seam here. So I'll go ahead and put this other, and I'll show you how it's supposed to go before I sew it.
Yeah. Hi, Ian. How are you doing? Thank you for
Hey,
stopping
Ian,
in.
it's good to see you.
Yes.
So this is the other side,
Mhm.
and this is where it's going to go on next. And I have that wrong. Sorry. Let me turn that back around. My bad.
Take your time. Take your time.
So now we're going to sew this on. Okay. And then we will complete this Y seam, or I guess it's a Y seam or whatever you call it. Okay. And Nicholas going to show you while I'm sewing this where he's at for the sewing room.
Yeah, the partial seam. Yes.
This is how it looks like, that tailor room.
Wow. I cannot believe that sewing machine. That is so cool.
Amazing. And that's on the second floor of this, of what you're building?
Yeah.
It's on the second floor of the Jazz Club.
The Jazz Club. Yes.
Yep.
That's
And as
amazing.
you can see, here's Taylor with the scissors.
Wow.
That's what Jody got again.
Yeah, I have bunches of these now.
Oh.
They're hanging over here on my thread
So
stand.
Mm-hmm.
that's with a sewing machine, and of course, fabrics right behind it.
Oh, yes.
And what do you call? I think mannequin.
Yeah, it's a mannequin
Mannequin dress form. Yeah.
Yeah.
or dress form. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to sew this one, and then I'll show you what we have left to sew for this partial seam. Okay. All right. I just need to make sure everything's the way it's supposed to be before I go sewing it.
Yes.
Joyce, then you have to go after Lako said called Jazz Club. That's where it come from.
Hey, babe, in that chat, can you go? You've got the box right there. Or did we throw the box out? No, you got the manual. Type in the chat, that chat there, since you're on there, then the Lego numbers.
Hello.
So that it's
Hi, Quilting On. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us.
thank you for coming. In the chat. And if someone is interested in going and get it, they'll know what to go look for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. I need to clean this machine. I've been saying this for the last 3 lives because my thread cutter is not working right. And I know it's because I got dust bunnies up under it.
Yeah.
2,899 pieces.
2,899 pieces to the Jazz Club.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Quite a few.
That the one he made with the Home Alone, that one had 3,000 something, didn't it, babe?
I need to take a look at it.
I think it was 3,800 and something or something like that. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. So we got all 3 sides on it and a partial seam. So now all you have to do is you take it, you fold it back down where that seam is at. Go ahead and line the corner to corner here. Make sure everything lays down flat, and you sew the rest of the seam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I leave Lego making up to the professionals.
We're gonna have a little surprise for you guys in July.
Yeah.
We've got some Christmas Legos to build and an advent calendar to do because they didn't get here until after the fact. And
Mhm.
also I have some holiday boxes that didn't come until January. And
Mhm.
it was no fault to the shipper, the company that shipped it. It was United States Postal Service.
Yeah.
So I decided instead of spending January doing it, I'm going to save it and do Christmas in July. So that's what you guys get to look forward to. So I have a plan for these boxes. There's going to be lots of sewing going on.
That'll be fun.
The whole month of July is going to be Christmas. I thought it would be fun since I
Oh,
can
yeah,
never
well.
get anything on time, you know?
Joyce, if you want the pieces, I can try to wrote them down and give it to you.
Oh, so she can buy the individual pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Not a problem. I don't see there. I don't know if there's anything. As far as I know, there's not. Okay, let me go press this and then I'll show you my finished block.
Sounds like a plan. It's just once you get that partial seam down and that you realize where to start and work your way around.
It's like a piece of cake.
Well,
Huh?
yeah, it will. The first time, it's just making sure that your all your pieces are going the correct way and just double and triple checking it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, because I do have a block where I made where I did it. Or did I take it apart and fix it? No, I took it apart and fixed it. The first time I did it, no, the second time I did it, because the first time was fine. Because I'll show you my test block before I even tried doing the block. But when I went to switch to the colors I was using, I turned two of them the wrong way.
Oh,
And
yes.
so when I got to looking at it, I'm like, that doesn't look right. And then I realized what I had done. Okay, so here's the block that I just finished sewing. And I'm going to be making 4 of these with the red. So that, and then, have you already sewed your 4 together?
I am about to finish the last of the 4 blocks and then I will sew them together. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Did you need something?
No, I did something.
Oh,
Okay. Are you okay over there? You didn't get knocked off, did you?
No.
Oh,
Everybody's here?
everyone's here. Hi, I'm here. Yes,
Yeah, didn't you have another camera on?
I did have another camera on and I turned it off because I wasn't all about
Okay.
that life.
Okay, all right. So this was my original test block. I just took some scrap fabric I had and tested out the block to make sure that I was capable of doing the pattern is what it was. Because I have never done a half seam. So it was a pretty interesting. And when I realized, oh, that's all there is to it, it was like, okay, I can do this, no problem at all. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing the other 3. Let me know when you're ready to show yours sewn together.
Okay. It'll be just a moment.
So Becca, who says I'm not already inside the house. Inside what house?
They're probably together.
Nico, I just want the machine, says Joyce.
I know. I would admit coming that.
Thanks for showing that, Katie, says Melanie. Yeah, it's not hard at all. I thought it would be a little bit difficult, but turns out it's not.
Yeah. I mean, once you get your orientations and everything laid out, like I would lay them out the first couple times. Or even every time just to make sure that you don't your strips don't get stuck or in the opposite direction.
Yep.
So
and now what I'm going to do while she's working on sewing her 4 together, I'm going to go ahead and just chain sew so that I can get the other 3 blocks made.
Yeah. Chain stitching's the way to go, y'all, for this one.
Yep. because that's basically what you're doing. It's the same thing over and over again.
So Katie, the back of my block actually goes
Huh?
out it goes out. Yours
Oh,
goes,
does it?
yeah.
Is
I know you
mine-
can't really see it on here, but there you go. Yeah, all my seams are going out.
And mine are going in. That's funny. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when I sew all four together. I might discover that I did it wrong.
No,
then-
because just because you did that seam on the inside, it won't make a difference to your squares.
Yeah, I hope not, because that was why I did it, to make it less bulk
Mhm.
on that side seam we did.
Yeah, less bulk, the better.
Yeah. Because there's no starch on this fabric, and this is cotton, not batik. No,
Mhm.
it's part cotton, part. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. This is batik. The rest of it's cotton. Because I discovered the cotton that I was going to use, I didn't have enough of it. Which
Yeah.
is sad, because that was some really pretty black, wasn't it, Jess?
It was beautiful, absolutely.
It was.
But after
It
we did
would
all the
really-
math,
Yep. It would have really have worked.
mhm.
I think I shortchanged myself on the red. I'm gonna have to make some more, looks like. Uh-oh. That's okay. Can make them in short order.
It's Jazz Club, Ollie.
Hey Arlie, welcome to the channel.
Oh, hi, Arlie. Welcome.
Hey, and you can share your channel by typing exclamation selfie. Same with Becca. Type exclamation selfie if you want to share your channel. Anyone who has a channel that wants to share their channel you can do that. It's fine by me. I have no problem with that. And I need to share Jess's channel again too. What is the name of the block? Well, the pattern's called Magnolia. Are you talking about, wait, are you talking about what Nikolai's working on or what we're working on? I forgot, we got two projects going on at the same time. Maybe it was you. If you're talking about Nikolai, the name of the kit he's working on is called the Jazz Club. That Home Alone one, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He had a good time making that one.
Wonderful.
And it's so right on with the movie. Oh, the quilt. Yep, it's called the Magnolia. And this is what it's supposed to look. Well, ours are not going to look like this, but the
pattern. Yeah.
The pattern itself is, yeah, I'll just show you the pattern. Here's what the pattern looks like. And I have it upside down, of course. And then me and Jess are using a different style of colorway setup for ours. So both of ours will look different from each other, but they're going to look cool at the same time. Aren't they, Jess? I'm so excited to see how they come out.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome in.
Hey, Lisa, how's it going?
I'm glad I got to see your little live with you and Deb and Mona today. I love listening to you all. It's wonderful.
Katie was asleep earlier. She was asleep because somebody let me sleep in today.
You sleep every now and then, okay?
Yeah.
That's all right. All right, I'm ready to show. I put all four of them together.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to spotlight you.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, so again, the unit is this top piece right here, it's a fourth, and then you just put them together, and it creates this block. So the
That's
pattern
beautiful.
itself shows you to put it in rows, but I'm putting mine together in blocks. So
It's gorgeous.
I love the colorway. I can't wait to
too.
quilt it. So we're just gonna do some string quilting at the moment. I don't know. I need to make it modern. Like I gotta figure something else out. Thank you.
Great.
I love it. I'm a blue girl. As you can see, matches my skin tone and everything. I love it. Oh, I pick on myself a lot. All right, Katie. Okay, I'm good with the spotlighting thing.
All
Yeah,
right,
I know. It's like I tell everyone when they spotlight me, I was like, okay, all right, I'm done.
I'm done. Enough.
I like to see other people. Oh, but thank you, everyone. I know I love this colorway, the Columbia blue and the navy, and it's Kona cotton. So I just starched it a little bit and rolled with it. So there's only there's only 4 different blocks that you have to cut to put this quilt together. So
Yep.
yeah.
It's a very, I am really, when we were first looking at the pattern, we were both like, it might not be simple enough for a beginner. But when we did it, I'm sure you're going to agree. When we did the first block, it's like, oh, that's it.
Yeah. And it's a very versatile pattern also. It's jelly roll friendly.
Yep.
It's farm pack friendly for that center square. So you could make this so scrappy. Or even in a hue of a different, like some colorways. So that would be amazing. Um, I thought about that. And that's why I ended up doing the Corey Yoder calico um, line also with this, because I just wanted to show that you have to be a little strategic on where you place your blocks and when you're sewing what, but it can happen and it can make a beautiful quilt.
Yep.
So
The sky is basically, the limit here. You can get as creative with it as you want.
it is. Thank you, Mary G. And good evening, Mary G. I didn't say hi to you earlier. Thank you for
Hi, Mary
stopping in.
G.
Yes.
Enjoy the dinner, Sherry.
Gotta go now. Birthday dinner for grandson. Finish watching later. Have a good one and enjoy the party and enjoy your meal. Thank you for coming, Sherry.
Have a wonderful time, Sherry. And happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños. Yes. Wonderful. Oh, there's so many wonderful content creators on here right now. That's wonderful.
I'm excited about what me and her are going to be doing together.
I know, the slow stitch.
Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to learn how to find my hand stitch.
Yeah. When I went to
he doesn't know how.
During the last couple years, I binge watched Shashiko. I think I'm saying that right.
I want to do. I call it yeah, or yeah. I think that SI is at like a SE Shashiko something.
Yes, Shashiko. And so I went to Road to California the other week, and they had their booth out, and it's just gorgeous. And I'm like, I do not have the patience, but I'm going to try it anyway. So I got a couple kits. I brought them home with me. So we'll see that come to fruition eventually. But
I'll have to show you a picture of my oldest daughter in a handmade kimono. As you've heard me mention several times, their grandmother was Japanese. And so I got to experience a lot of the culture that is part of Japan, and the kimonos are all handmade.
yeah.
And it reminds me a lot of the Greenland national suit, because everything in the Greenland national suit is also handmade, and it's expensive to make it because with the Japanese kimonos, they're made from silk, and silk is so, depending on where they get it from, it's very expensive. And then you have a whole hand sewing process, and there's layers to the kimono. And with the Greenland suit, the shirt part of it that goes up underneath the glass beads, that's the collar part or the shawl part of it, that is made from silk also. So silk has found its way all over the world, way back when you wouldn't have thought silk could have made it. If you see silk in Japan or China, which is where most of the silk came from, and then you find it in Greenland, that traveled the whole world away, more or less.
Yes. Hi, Dawn. How are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for stopping by.
Hey,
We're
Dawn. Welcome.
Creating the Magnolia quilts. So there she is. And I created one of the blocks. So yeah. Yes, Mona, I will be on William's channel later on tonight. Yes. 10:50 Eastern time. Yes. So I will be there. As long as he sends me a link, I'll be there. So, yeah.
You gonna come with bells on your toes?
Oh, bells on my toes. Ooh. Oh. No, not today. But, but I might wear my red sequins. Who knows?
You never
That's
know.
what I'll show up looking like.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's fun. It's always fun. So, yeah.
I need to remember, I gave my daughter the kimono part of it. I had saved a box. Each kid I saved a child box of stuff from when they were babies.
Mhm.
And so she has the kimono for her. But I have the slippers part of it in my glass cabinet over here. And I keep forgetting to take them out of the cabinet and take them back to the US and give them to her.
Can I drop William's link on here? Is that okay?
I thought he was in here.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't pay attention to, I don't think he's on here anymore, but it's okay. So they can come see me in the dark.
Hey,
Hi, Deb.
Jess.
Ewan, welcome in.
I have too many things sitting over here on the side of this desk. And I keep knocking stuff off. What I could do is go ahead and sew together the yellow though, couldn't I? So they could see that my portion of the 4 and finish this red after. You know what? That's actually a great idea.
Mhm.
That's what I could do. Sew the 4 that's already been done.
And so there's William's link, my so-called life. So jump on, like I said, if you're on Eastern time, I'll be on his channel at 10:50 no, maybe earlier than that. Oh no, it's Saturday. Oh, I don't know when we go on Saturday.
I could go look at
Sometimes
it.
it's different. Hold on, let me get online. Tammy, because Tammy usually on with us too. William, are you still on? What time do we go on tonight?
I don't know. Let me see if he's still in the chat.
Yeah. I'm trying to pop up his I don't know if he's made his.
He's still here because he's showing up on the bot.
Yeah, no, he's there. So 9 o'clock Eastern time. I'm sorry, guys. 9 o'clock Eastern time. We will be going on,
Which is 12 Greenland time.
which is 12 Greenland time, which is 6 o'clock West Coast time. I call it West Coast time. I don't say Pacific time. So come hang out with me. It's gonna be fun, and him. And yeah, it's always a good laugh. Lots of good banter back and forth. Tammy's on with us. And yeah, it's great. If you want to stop in, I'm pretty sure he'll let you on too. So he's good about that. It'll be fun. But yes, hi Deb, how are you?
Okay, I just want to make sure I put these blocks together properly and not mess them up.
Mhm.
By turning them the wrong way. Okay, so let's do this first one.
Mona, now I'm building the jazz club.
Do you want to show them what you've done so far while I'm sewing these 4 blocks together?
I am almost done with this 4. Give me
Okay, I didn't know where you were at on that, babe.
Yeah, I really wish we had like a spreadsheet or a guide or something that just we could go to, like a Google Doc, and just see everyone's. Like
Sean
Sean
has one.
and I've kind of stolen it and tweaked it a little bit because there's people that I watch and people that I've never watched, and so and I've been adding people on into it. So I've tweaked it a little bit, but I've kept it personal and not shared that. But
When you were doing the side seam, you didn't have to match them, did you?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Just matched them at the end. Goodbye, Lisa. While you're
Take
feeding
care,
my
Lisa.
granddaughter, I would like some food too. That would be great. I'm just north of you. Oh,
I made sure we ate. 'Cause
yeah.
I've been sometimes I don't eat before a live, which means by the time the live is over with, I have fasted many hours. And I've noticed when I fast several days in a row, like I've been doing lately,
Yeah.
I end up ravenous. So yesterday and today we ate before the live.
So, Joydy, it's at 9 o'clock Eastern time tonight. Hi, so Terry, how are you doing? Welcome.
Terry.
in. Oh, I missed you. We haven't seen each other in a while. No, Tammy is telling me 9 o'clock on my side. It's not saying 10 Eastern, it's saying 9 Eastern on my side. When I click on it. So
I thought it was like
Same
12
until
o'clock my
somebody
time.
tells me I'm wrong. Where's W?
Second floor is done.
Wait a minute. Better make sure I'm not doing this wrong. Yep, okay, it's fine.
It all works. It'll all work out. We will all get there. We'll all have fun. We'll do it. No worries.
Okay, I'm going to spotlight here so that Nikolai can show you where he's at on his Jess Club.
Yay.
This is the second floor that I've been working on during the live. It's done for the moment, and I could just do it like this. So to show you that over here, that's the office part, I think, with the little opening down to the scene. And here on the other side, there's a tailor that I've been talking about with that cute machine.
That cute sewing machine.
That will now
I
live
am
there.
totally blown away by that. You know, I didn't even expect that.
Yes. That's wonderful.
And to those that is very interested in that particular sewing machine, I will look into the booklet, find the part numbers, and posted them on her community tab.
Thank you.
So you can order the parts and make it yourself, your own machine.
Yeah. All right. Now, what are you doing? Does the windows don't open on this one on the top?
No, not
Okay, not like the other one.
not the other one.
Okay.
Oh, and as you can see, there's different windows here too.
Yeah, I see that. I didn't know if there was a opening for that one or not.
That's amazing. Oh, that's amazing. That's a craft and a half right there. I love
So
it.
it's completed the whole second floor?
First, I still need another floor.
Well, I know, but can you show them the two floors together?
Yeah.
Since I still got the spotlight on and I still got one more portion to sew together right here while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Here are the floors together for the moment.
Oh, nice.
What is that on the back?
I think it's some kind of AC unit or some kind of thing.
Okay. HVAC?
Yeah.
Isn't he, Shalom? He's very quick with us.
Yeah, he doesn't mess around.
That's
I'm
wonderful.
just following the instructions manual since I've been building Legos in my youth time and adulthood. So I'm just sometimes pretty quick to do that.
You're doing an amazing job. I love it.
And to those that haven't seen the first floor, this is the first floor where you can see this is a chess club area, and here's a pizzeria here.
Amazing.
And of course, I will try to take the picture of that sewing machine with the following parts, so anyone can order the parts and build it. It's quite a little fun surprise to see it. I thought it was a hairdresser, but then I realized that, oh, this is a sewing machine.
You never know what you're going to find inside a Lego kit,
Yes.
especially these creator kits, because they are very oriented to detail, I've noticed. And so are the Lego Ideas. It's called Ideas. They are just as much about making sure everything is tip top inside of whatever you're building.
So Terry was asking one more time, like, what was that model called again?
Jazz Club.
It's called the Jazz Club.
And
what's
Joyce
Tell me
said,
what the Lego numbers are, babe, and I'll type them in.
That's 1,000. 10.
and then Joyce JK was wondering, what do you do with them when you're finished, Nico?
I have a shelf that I have completed the Lego sets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got some shelves in our bedroom that he's putting the creators on, and he's joining them. I'm hoping this summer when he's home, we can put 2 really long tables together,
Yeah.
and he can set up the whole town so you guys can see what it looks like. Because I want him to put his train tracks together too, because he's got 17 trains, and he's never put all of them on tracks together. And I think it would be fun to clear off either the whole floor area where he can do it on the floor and then video the whole thing. I think it would be really cool.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a huge house.
Mm-hmm.
If our ceilings were taller, he could probably put tracks around the top of the ceiling and let that train go around. But we can touch our ceilings.
Yeah.
So if someone was like 6'5", they would be a little worried about hitting their head. So the person who built this house must have been a little bit on the short side.
That's okay.
Well, Greenlandic people haven't always been tall. The Danish DNA has found its way into the Inuits DNA, and I think that's where some of the tallness is coming from. But also, it has to do with the environment too. Back then, they lived in tiny little huts during the winter months.
Yeah.
And then during the summer months, they migrated up and down the coast, and they lived in tents. So, most people were pretty tiny. And there is some Greenlanders here in town. One of these seams has to be turned a different direction. That's in the center, I see.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that now, but I can press it after the fact. But anyway, there is a generation is it a generation ahead of me or 2 generations, babe? I think it might be 2, because there's 2 generations ahead of me living in this town. His mother, she is itty bitty. She's probably what, 5'1" or something.
Yeah.
And she reminds me of my first mother-in-law, because my first mother-in-law was Japanese, and she was 4'11". And because Japanese people haven't always been tall either.
Yes, you're correct. That's true.
And now you're seeing more and more of the young Greenlandic boys, even the ones that are not mixed with Danish.
Mm-hmm.
Their height has gotten taller. In fact, there's some that when I moved here, they were babies, and then I've seen them now as young or older teenagers, and I'm shocked by how much taller they are than me.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
So Melanie, Terry. Okay, Melanie is making pizza right now, and Becca, she now wants pizza.
Do you see what Joyce said? Watch out, Katie. Nico's going to take over the sewing room, and you won't get it back, and you won't get back in there.
I thought about that. I
don't know, Becca. I'm not sure you've seen the machine. That here is the machine that I built with the Legos. That's a little short.
Becca.
I think she missed it, but there are some people that missed this little piece. Here's how it looks like. It's an old thread.
It's like a treadle machine.
Treadle machine.
You use the pedal on the floor down this lower section down here, that's the treadle, and you use your feet to make the machine move.
Yeah.
So if anyone of you that is interested in that, I will look into the booklets and find the numbers and post it on the her community tab, Greenland Quilter Facebook page. Then so you can order the parts and make it yourself.
Yep. It'll be a true Lego piece and not a knockoff.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I couldn't help that. There is a new brick company out there that's doing knockoffs of Legos. And the one that I wanted someone to sell to me from their Missouri Star Christmas box, that is a knockoff. It's not a Lego.
Oh, I
So
put
Huh?
I put both my blocks up on my design wall eventually. So
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna take the spotlight off now so you can
Oh, you're good. You're good.
tell me when you're ready to show stuff.
And then I have my Corey Yoder up there. No, my Corey Yoder
Corey Yoder.
box up there.
So
Corey
excited
Yoder is
about
here, everyone. No, Callie and
Corey
Co.
Yoder is so exciting to look at.
I'm just tickled over it. It's gonna be a beautiful quilt when I finish it. It just reminds me.
You do realize because I'm seeing it in all that color, it makes me have the urge to do it with batiks in those colors.
I'm telling you, once you pop, you can't stop. We got to keep going.
Yeah.
I told myself, I was like, oh, I'm only going to make one quilt. And then I started making 2 of these. And I'm thinking, oh, and it's just so, like the blocks are so simple to make.
Yeah, they are. They're no stress. Really, it's not even, uh-oh, something just fell off oh, my little sewing machine fell off the top. That's what fell off. Remember that? Hey, I lost the spool, honey. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, the little spool fell off the sewing machine, babe.
Yeah.
It fell off back there somewhere.
I'll find it.
I really need to. Yeah, it's fun. It's going to be a nice. Both of these quilts are going to be beautiful when they get finished, and I can't wait to see yours too. And we're gonna have 3 beautiful quilts. So
it's definitely going to be lots of. I think we're going to have a good time making our quilts because we're going to do our quilts. We're not just going to be piecing these quilts. We are going to sandwich them and we're going to quilt them, and you're going to do yours on the long arm. I'm going to do them on my Janome, or do mine on the Janome.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a long arm.
We started at 7, right?
Yeah, we're 2 hours in.
Okay, we're 2 hours now.
Yeah, I know. We just hit the 2-hour mark. So I'm thinking about 30 minutes we'll probably be done.
Yeah, well.
What about you? Where are you at on being finished with that level?
Well, I could start. If you want, I could start.
Oh, Shalom, that sounds delicious. I still need to figure out what I'm having for dinner, Shalom. You can send me some, I don't really want to fly to Vancouver. So.
You know what we had tonight? We had TV dinner pizza.
Ooh.
And all I did was soup it up. I can't.
Hi, Shelby. How are you doing?
These box pizzas are so, they'll take care of your hunger, but they're really not like if you went and got a fresh one or made your own fresh one. So I take and shred up a bunch of cheese and I put it all over the top of it. Then I put the whole thing in the oven. And you know what? That helps make pizza taste better. Hey, Shelby.
There seems to be a little greenhouse too on top of it too.
There's a greenhouse on it?
Yep.
Ooh.
She's going to set up let's see. Yep. Hi, Shelby. Shelby, I really wish I saw you at Road to California. You have no idea. Like every time I see you now, I'm like, oh, I didn't want to tell anybody I was there. It was like secretive, but well, it's not out it's out now, but, let's see. Shalom says, I'm going to be setting up my mini iron when you 2 are done so I can be productive when William and Jess stream later on tonight. Yes. And Jody says hi to Shelby. Oh, Terry, you're having grilled salmon right now? Girlfriend, I'm coming to New York. Like, where am I going for dinner tonight?
You guys ready?
Yes. Oh, yes. Let's see it.
So I got the one with the yellow done.
Oh, hi. You're spotlighting me.
Wrong one. Oops. I just wanted to show your face. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're good.
You need to model.
Oh.
It's like, right, Katie? And here is the one with the yellow in it.
Oh, I love that too. Oh my word. Yes. Yes.
So now you can imagine what the other one will look like with red in it.
Oh. So Becca just gifted 10 memberships to your
Oh
channel.
my gosh. Thank you,
so much,
Becca.
Becca.
I appreciate that. So that's what it
awesome.
looks like.
Oh, that is beautiful.
For
I
this-
think you and I are going to have some bang up quilts. You know that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We're going to have something to be very happy with.
Yes. It's going to be beautiful.
So do you like how I just popped it a little bit with color?
I did. Because I was going back and watching it. I was like, I wonder how it's really going to work. Because I kept looking at it and I was like, oh, if she only does that one section, that'd be beautiful. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
oh, maybe if she did this section and this section, but then it would be too much math to work it
Yeah.
out.
Well,
So
yeah, originally I thought if I did this, these big squares
yeah.
in the color, and then when you and I were talking and you mentioned, well, that might be too much color. And you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
This
I
pop
think
it's all it needed was just a little pop.
So think about this. Are you ready?
Yep.
A Christmas wreath. We have the
Yeah.
yellow and the green. Oh,
Mhm.
that would be beautiful.
That would definitely. Yes, it would.
Oh, okay. I'm there. Number
That
3.
would work definitely. So we could make a Christmas one too. That would be so cool.
Yes. Oh, number 3 is coming.
Hey, John Clark, and yes, I'm doing good. I'm feeling much better. I only have a lingering cough now, but I'm doing way better than I did last week. Last week I was so sick. So,
Amazing.
Jess,
Yeah.
why don't we show them what you've done so far?
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna
We're
turn
over
my
2
camera.
hours in now,
Yeah.
and let me unspotlight myself because not everybody wants to see.
Okay. So I'm just
And,
gonna move my laptop so you can see it. I'm not like as technically savvy yet in my world,
We're
but
not worried about it.
somebody mentioned my optical illusion quilt. So there she is. I love her. And this whole wall will be eventually filled up with like little quilts and stuff like that. But there she is. So we have at the top, like, don't mind me. So this is what I made today. And then this is my Corey Yoder fabric. So I'm using yellow, and then I'm using Callie & Co. from Corey Yoder. And you have to be really strategic because all I'm making are these blocks right here.
I'm going to have to do this in batiks too.
Yeah. And then you just have to like see.
Just pay attention to what you're doing.
Yeah, you have to pay attention. So I still haven't made these 2 blocks yet. And then I'm really thinking about like color placement and everything as I'm going. And then I have some test blocks that I'm working on for other things. So, but yeah, that's my life right there. Everything,
That's beautiful.
everything gets put on there and it's fun. It's fun.
So I think that's wonderful. And now you made me want to use batiks. I thought about doing it, but I couldn't figure out how I would do it. Now I've seen what you've done, and now I'm like, I have plenty of scrap batiks to do a lot of things in.
So, like I was talking to a friend last night and it took me quite a while just to do that piece. So
yeah, I kind of wished that the pattern would have given us a color page where we could have just took color, figure out how we could do the colorations in it. I realize that this is a modern quilt, but it would have been fun to see what you could come up with, just by coloring it with pencils. So you can get an idea of how you would pick color. Because I don't have trouble picking color. I just want the problem would be is making sure they all fall into place on here in the proper spot. Okay. I still got to make some more red blocks.
Yeah.
Like I
really
said.
appreciate all the nice the comments, the nice comments. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you everybody. Very cool mini quilt, and your blocks are looking great, Jess. Sheila says so pretty.
Yes.
Hello, Daisy. I don't think we've met. Welcome to the channel.
Hi,
She
Daisy.
says, Jess, love your blocks. Also enjoyed watching today. So she watched you today.
Thank you, Daisy. And thank you for coming over and hanging out with us. Yes.
What was today?
So I put out the West Virginia block today. I had a
Okay, what I've
request
been
from
watching.
my
Yeah.
subscribers to, we're doing the Civil War quilt. So it
Okay.
had a bunch of
That
Y
Civil
seams
War
in it.
quilt's coming together.
So yes.
I wish, you know what I wish they would do? I wish they would change it to something, call it 18th century quilts or something like that instead of tying it to the war, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but I appreciate the history behind it. What it does is the book goes through the war itself and the history of the women that lived throughout the war. So it's more to it than just being 1800s. I really appreciate it. So
John says that you both are amazing and have brightened up Saturday. Oh, thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. Okay, let me see. So the next time we get together, we'll continue on with sewing what we're sewing. We're not rushing to do this, correct?
no.
So this is what you've heard me mention more than once. The collaborations I'm doing with Jess, Sean, Cherry.
Yep.
Yeah, I have four. I think I have four collaborations going on. I'm not rushing through any of them. And then we're doing a channel sew as well. So this is so we can just, I know a lot of people want to hurry up and just, let's get it done.
That's me.
Let's not. Well, you have a lot going on too. I have stuff that I need to hurry up and get done. Like I'm fixing to start that Tulip Pink and I am scared to death I'm going to screw it up.
I appreciate that you're slowing me down because I'm like a rabbit. Like, let's go as
Yeah,
fast.
let's hurry up and get it done. Just go. Yeah, I want to slow it down a little bit. So it may seem like it's going to drag. It may eventually seem like we're just dragging this out. That's not what we're doing. We're trying to enjoy the whole
process. And
hoping that by doing that, then you sit while you're sewing and you're enjoying the process of whatever it is you're working on, and we're not in a hurry to get it done because we have an entire year. We're not taking the whole year to do it, but I'm thinking at least half a year. And we may get this done in 4 months. We may get this done in 3. Well, I don't know. It depends on me and Jess, especially since it's turning out to be not so hard.
And I'm teaching right now, so doing little projects. But once summer hits, I'm wide open. Let's do it,
Yeah, let's do it. Yes, right. Yeah, and I think that if we can, that's why I thought I would do Christmas in July, because I feel like maybe I won't. I call it the summer doldrums.
Telling you, this as a wreath for Christmas, hands down, it's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening.
Yeah, and the reason I call it the summer doldrums is because things. I don't know. It's weird. People get, I don't know, blasted out, so they're all outside.
Yeah.
And I am working usually, but we're going to be cutting. I think I want to cut my amount of time I'm working, unless she's already decided to do that. I don't know what.
Good night,
I don't know
Mona.
what her plan is. Good night, Mona. Have a good night. Thank you for coming.
Enjoy your dinner. I'll be over in a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So, we will meet every second Saturday to work on our blocks.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't joined in, but you're going to join in, because I have posted inside the description box of this video is where to find this pattern. It's over on Etsy. In the meantime, I'll have a talk with Kim and find out if she can repost it back on Cotton Cuts if you have a hard time with Etsy, because some people do. I'll see what she may still have it, may able to put it back up there, where if you guys want to go buy it from there, you can also. So I'll see what I can do. I don't, there's no promises about Cotton Cuts, but I'll try. So you have plenty of time to go get your fabric, get it cut. Both of us will show you. If you get stuck or don't understand about the partial seam or something, you can drop an email here to me on Living Greenland, or you can drop Jess an email. I don't know what your email is, Jess, or which one you want to share.
Jess at Gmail.
1 minute. So livinggreenland.greenland 11 You can either drop an email with me. Oh.
Are you just dropping it in?
Yeah, I made a mistake. So give me your email.
Oh, I got it. I'm dropping it in.
Okay. Either email. We don't care which one because this is a together project. You can email her. You can email me. I don't care who you email. If you get stuck and don't understand some part of the pattern, email us and we will be happy to help. Even if we have to FaceTime with you to walk you through it, we can do that. One of us can do it.
And I can even make a short little video and post it on just what we did tonight.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So I'll do that this week. I'll do that by Wednesday. I'll have it up.
Yeah. And that way, if anyone gets stuck and doesn't because when I first saw the partial seam, I'm like, oh my God, because I've never done one. And I was worried that I would foobar it. Well, I didn't. But, not everybody has that same learning curve. I learned by seeing and doing. So if you get stuck, please feel free to email us. If you need to ask questions about fabric or you're not understanding why you have to cut something the way you do. I will tell you this, Jess probably didn't run into it, but I did because I wasn't paying attention to the pattern. And it's very easy, super easy to get these strips confused with each other. And I'll explain. You are cutting on these light and dark strips right here. You have two short ones. Okay.
I love it. I'll see you at Williams.
But then you also have to cut a longer strip.
Mm-hmm.
It is very easy, which I did this when you're sewing them, that you sew this short one to this long one. You're not supposed to sew that. You're only doing the flip. What do you call them again?
Corner. What did I call it? Well, it's just the flip corner, like the
flip corner. Yeah, you're using the long ones for the flip corners.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're only using these long ones for the flip corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're using the shorter ones to do where you're making a big flip corner, the strip. So make sure you're paying attention to that because I didn't, and I sewed like 4 of them before I realized what I did.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. Okay. Stitches. There you go, Shelby. Thank you. Stitch and flip. I knew it was something flip. I couldn't remember. Y'all, I'm tired already, so that's why I can't remember stuff. But anyway, second Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there.
It's a party over here. Right. Come on over.
Yep. All right. And don't forget that there is a live with William tonight. Hang on, let me go make sure verified time frame because I did see it.
It's 9 o'clock Eastern time. I can verify that.
Yeah, which is 12 my time. So yeah, if you want to go over there and hang out and sew some more, go there, do that. I don't know if anybody's live between me and him, other than Soya, and I kind of just like because I can't find nothing.
There's somebody out there being live.
Yep.
We need to find them if we have time.
Yep. So one more time, tell them about your channel.
So I'm so blessed by Jess, and you will find little tutorials and quilts and just lots of fun over at my channel. I've started going live on Sundays at 8 o'clock and just for like an hour. Nothing too serious at the moment until school ends, and then I can go a little bit more often. But yeah, I'm just here to have fun, to learn along with you, and we're just, yeah, it's gonna be a great time. So just give the good vibes. Absolutely.
And as most of you know, I go lives on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. The Thursday and Friday ones start at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The one on Saturday is 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, that's lots of lives, but that's how I'm going to roll for a little while until work starts. And then we'll see what happens when that starts. It may end up I have cut one of them out. But right now, I just want to sew and have fun. So that's why. So thank you for coming tonight, and stay tuned for I posted the schedule for February over on my blog.
Okay.
But I'm trying to figure out how I can copy and paste it into the community tab without making a mess of it. So as soon as I figure that out, then you will know every week what I have planned, because every week is like this week, like yesterday for Friday, we did this block, which was from the book, from the 1,000 block book. And this will be every other week doing this. Then I'm going to be working on Tulip Ink, my Sugary Dew, PMQ, plus the sew-alongs. And then the months that we have the 5th week, we're all going to concentrate on working on a UFO. That's all we're going to sew during a live, is someone, whoever wants to come sew with me, who wants to watch and sew, bring your UFOs, because that's what we're going to concentrate on. We're not going to do any new whatever on the 5th. That'll be the 5th week of every time a month has 5 weeks. On any of those live days in that 5th week, that's what we'll do. So, yeah. So anyway, so there's that. So thank you for coming tonight. Have a great night. Remember to live, laugh, love, dream. What do you do with all that? You make something. Good night, everyone. Okay, you there?
Yeah.
Was that okay tonight?
Yeah.